Hello and welcome to FG Rides, coming from beautiful Pennsylvania, USA. Out for a short ride today. The sun kept disappearing earlier and dark clouds would move in and then they would move back out without issuing any rain whatsoever. Now, I don't like to set out in the rain. If I get caught in the rain, that's okay. But I also don't want to go when it looks like rain is imminent. I did badly want to go for a ride today, though. It got later and later. You can see my start time, 3:40 p.m. So it must have been about 3:15 that I decided, yeah, I'm going to go. Okay, if I get rained on, that's okay. Just going to go for a short ride. Anything within 10 miles of my house, a 10-mile radius, kind of feels like my personal playground. Well, I share it with deer. There are lots of deer here. Often, at the right time of day, if I come through here, there's deer all over that hillside. They're down here. I don't know what they eat down there, but it looks like something at some point was planted down there. Anyway, I really wanted to ride at least a little bit today because I put the handlebar relocators on the bike. I made a video of when I picked up this bike and my very first ride on it. And I was less than a mile from the dealership when I said, oh, I can see why guys put handlebar relocators on their Hunters. Still, I bought them immediately, and that was last August. Just now putting them on for a variety of reasons. Mostly, I didn't want to face the prospect of relocating cables, and I thought I was going to have to. It turned out I only had to relocate the throttle cable. Everything else was good. The clutch was a close call, but nope, there was still enough slack. It was okay, and everything seems good. But all that was preamble. What I really wanted to talk about today was long rides and short rides. I generally do not go for short rides. I did when I was younger, and I love the thought of it. I love the thought of just walking out and jumping on the motorcycle for a 10-minute or 15-minute ride, or just to go to the store and back because I need, I don't know, an onion. But I don't do that. Motorcycling, for me, is a pain in the butt, and I suspect it is for a lot of other people who ride responsibly, or who maybe got a little bit older and know they don't heal as fast or at all if they get an injury. So I got to get the gear out. I got to make decisions what layers I'm going to need depending on the weather. The jacket, do I need the liner? I have to make sure the camera gear is ready because I can't ride without a camera now. I can't do it. It doesn't matter whether I'm creating content or not. I like to have the camera there. When the truck hit me last year, I wasn't creating content, but I had the camera mounted and running, and it was very beneficial. I'm certainly glad I did, and it cemented my determination that while on the bike, I'm going to have the camera recording, unless I run out of batteries or something like that, which happens occasionally. Anyway, then I got to check over the bike, and I check tire pressures, oil level. It's not arduous to do those things, and it feels good after you've done them. But it still takes a little bit of time, adds to the hassle the list of things that must be accomplished before I can actually then get the bike out of the shed. I'm trying a new system. Since I sold the Benelli, I have a lot more room in the shed. Well, I have a Benelli's worth more room in the shed. And so it's a little bit easier to turn the bikes around in there. Shifted down into neutral rather than first. That's another topic we're going to talk about at some point. I'm preparing a video comparing the beloved Hunter to the beloved Classic. So yeah, I'm trying a new system where when I have one out, I turn the other one around. It's helping me alternate them well too. And then I can just pull out of the shed, much easier. But yeah, my yards with the mountains and craters, I always had to back them out of the shed, down over those lips, manually push them over the roots, and I'd feel half spent by the time I got them positioned to ride out of my property. I still would occasionally take short rides. Very, very occasionally. Very rarely, let me put it that way. But I'd have to be seriously motivated. It wasn't worth the trouble sometimes. That sounds like heresy. Not worth any amount of trouble, you'd think, to at least get out on a motorcycle, which I want to do virtually all the time. Look, that guy had bar risers on too. Oh yeah, getting back to the bar risers. No, anyway, I wanted to say, do you find yourself as you're older taking fewer rides because of the hassle? Oh, by the way, if you ride or if you're into the American cruiser culture, it apparently isn't as much of a hassle. You don't really need to work. Well, maybe it is. You got to dress up. You still have to dress up, put the proper leather on, bandanas, rainbow sunglasses. I'm not sure. They all seem to be icons of the American cruiser culture. Maybe their craniums heal faster than mine would. I don't know. Huh. I should drink more beer. So, oh yeah, right. The handlebar risers, yeah, while I'm here, it's odd. I don't want to say this. They don't feel, when I got on the bike and started out, it didn't feel really that different to me. But I can tell, having been out, I came out at 3:40 and it's 4:20 something, 4:27. I can feel the difference after riding straight for, 47 minutes. I don't have the backache that I would if I still had the stock handlebars on, which were where? Down around here? Down around here. Yeah, something like that. Out here, I don't know. These are the type of relocators that raise the bars up and then back a bit. I highly recommend them. It was actually, installation was very easy. Took me no time at all. Even moving the throttle cable, I thought, oh no, that's going to be awful. It was a cinch. Very easy. So yeah, I would recommend those. I bought those from Baxter Cycle. They are the items you get on Hitchcock's, actually. They had a Hitchcock's part number, but you don't have to go through the hassle and the expense of ordering something from England. You know, with the tariffs and the weird de minimis, very, very expensive now to get something from the UK. Anyway, very nice item. Like it a lot. Glad I did it. I feel like I can do a lot more miles at a time, or a lot more time itself if I'm not doing a lot of miles, because I do a lot of low-speed work and dirt roads on this too. Quite a bit anyway, compared to the Classic. Well worth it. I'm pleased. Alright, I'm going to stop repeating myself. Look for the video comparing the Royal Enfield Classic 350 and the Royal Enfield Hunter 350. Coming up soon. Probably in the next week or so. Alright, thank you for watching. Oh, please like, subscribe, comment. I would appreciate that. Thank you for watching. Damn. That was a great short ride.